Councilmember Bonds, thank you so much for having this hearing today. I'm here, my name is Rebecca Paxton. I'm here as an economist who has been studying this issue tirelessly for years across the country with a unique focus on the impacts of Initiative-82 here in DC. I'm also a resident of the DC metro area. There have been many mentions of data today. I want to be clear up front. The best available data that was just updated this morning on the restaurants affected by Initiative-82 shows that the DC restaurant industry can no longer be described as thriving, steady, or even healthy. When I-82 went into effect in May 2023, DC's restaurant industry took an undeniable downturn. The best available data on this comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics quarterly data, which is collected from 95% of all employers. It was called the Near Universe of Employment by the UC Berkeley Labor Center that was quoted earlier. This is the most comprehensive, objective source because it reflects real-time payrolls, not BLS's other survey-based estimates that have been cited today by others. The data I'm quoting features just full-service restaurants and bars, not the larger industry sectors that include fast food workers, cafeteria workers, and other non-tipped workers that are not affected by this law. This latest data shows DC has lost roughly 1,700 jobs in full-service restaurant and bars, equating to a 5% drop since I-82 went into effect. That does not include workers who've lost scheduled hours or opportunities to pick up shifts, but technically still have their jobs. That loss in restaurants and bars is 4 times larger than counterparts in Maryland and Virginia counties. It is also 4 times larger than fast food restaurants not subject to Initiative-82 in DC. To put that in historical context, this is the largest employment decline for the DC restaurant industry in the last decade, only behind COVID. I recognize there was also a budget director report that claimed DC has not experienced any negative impacts from Initiative-82. But that report misleadingly mixes its data sources and is primarily based on those survey estimates from BLS. They do not include many of the economists' preferred sources for analyzing these topics. Yet, even if we want to focus on the budget director's data, the picture is not positive. When the monthly jobs estimates are compared to previous years, it shows that at best, DC's restaurant employment growth has ground to a halt starting in May 2023. That is hardly a sign of a healthy restaurant industry. The best available quarterly data also shows that workers who have kept their jobs have lost up to $11.8 million since May 2023. Once again, the period under Initiative-82 represents the only period where workers lost earnings in the last decade, except for the year that COVID hit. On an individual level, more data collected by the U.S. Census Bureau shows that the median DC tipped worker lost $1,800 annually under Initiative-82. That loss nearly doubled to $3,400 lost annually for the lowest earning 25% of tipped workers in DC. In fact, those people who were originally pushing for Initiative-82 said it was necessary to make the industry fairer and uplift low-income workers. This data proves the opposite has happened. Under Initiative-82, the earnings gap between the lowest earning and highest earning segments of DC tipped workers grew by 20 percentage points. That means those on the lower end of the income distribution in DC are earning even less than they were before in Initiative-82. The stories we're seeing and hearing today speak to these data findings. They echo what we heard from workers back in January and testify to how widespread the damage of Initiative-82 has already been. The voters wanted to boost pay, but it's clear Initiative-82 has done anything but that. It's time to address how harmful this law has been for DC and fix it. Thank you so much.